Hi, Baji.
Hi, Sufi.
I had a guest on my show this week who said she runs into you all the time.
Who's that?
Sarah Silverman.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
And I will say, incredible dog name recall.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Because,
she's a dog lady.
She's a dog babe. Because she goes, yeah, I always see him with his dog. Janet? Nope. Debbie. And I'm like, Janet is such a funny, like, that is like right in the realm of Janet and Debbie.
Well, I believe she has a Mary.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. She's got a little old girl named Mary. It's very sweet.
Debbie is an old girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did say to Sarah, because she goes, I see him with Debbie. And I said, oh, yeah, Debbie's getting old. And she goes, yeah, I see him. I like that she's like, that she wasn't like, what? Not that Debbie.
Yeah. She's got like a big sort of rowdy dog that will run up on Debbie, and Debbie doesn't know what to do about it. And it's, but she's not mad at it.
Yeah.
Debbie sort of, when she encounters a dog with big puppy energy, she sort of is like a bit rattled, but then also like it doesn't snap at some of those dogs, which is nice.
Yeah. She's also, her boyfriend, Rory Albanese, who you see, do you see him when you go to Kimmel?
Sometimes
great.
there, and sometimes he'll be in the park also with Sarah and the dogs.
She, in her special, has a very funny joke about how she's been dating him for a long time and still can't quite say Rory right. And Axel also has a really good friend named Rory. And as you can imagine, Rory is a real hard for Axel.
Yeah. Wowie.
Hey, I'm going on the road this weekend. When does this one air?
I think next Tuesday.
All right, so it'll be too late.
I think Tuesday the 27th.
Okay, so I will have just been in Charlotte and Durham. So if you live there, you missed it.
Yeah.
But maybe, could I use this time, Posh, to say a few places I'm doing shows?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
I feel like, for the trippers, they might want to. I'm going to be in March 13th at the Agua Caliente Resort and Casino in Rancho Mirage, California. I'm going to be at the Talking Stick Resort on March 14th in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
April 10th, The Factory in Chesterfield, Missouri. April 11th, the Midland Theater in Kansas City, Missouri. And May 8th, I'm going to be at the Paramount Theater in Colorado. And May 9th, Route 66 Casino Hotel in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, you obviously know that, and probably our listeners at this point are well aware that my wife's entire family is from Albuquerque. And you'll be happy, and also not surprised to know that after my May 9th date was listed, my mother-in-law wrote and said, could you do it on a different date? Because she understands how showbiz works.
Yeah.
Pretty psyched to be in New Mexico without him, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, they might find a way to get there.
Knowing them, there's a chance.
Yeah.
There's always a chance.
They're always looking for a reason to go back home.
That's true.
Route 66 turns 100 years old this year.
Does it? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're doing a special. Have you done your episode on California Now about it?
Yeah, California Now video episode, which also is just a regular podcast, but did that, and it's I learned a lot about that highway when we did it. It goes from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica. Classic road.
Yeah. You know who would love to talk to you about it?
Tom Ash.
Yeah, my father-in-law. I can't believe by the way, you got to send it to him and tell him you did a video podcast episode about Route 66.
Yeah, but then he might want to call and talk about it.
He won't want to follow up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Did I tell you, I told you in person, but not on the pod, that he sent me a really interesting thing about some breaking news in late night vis-a-vis the current administration's unhappiness with it.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, this is worth watching. And it was the most AI-generated news story I've ever seen. And I had to break the news to him that he had sent me a thing that was not real.
Yeah. Well, get used to it, Tom, and you.
Oh, man. I mean, by the way, get used to it is right.
Yeah. It's only getting better.
AI's only getting better. Old people only getting older. Mm-hmm. Me included.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can believe or can't believe.
Yeah.
I mean, for all I know right now, you're a bot.
Could be.
That would be exactly what a bot would say. Try to be blasé about it.
That's funny, Seth.
Taran Killam, one of my faves. Were you going to say, did I cut you off?
Well, I was just going to say it was my wife, Mackenzie. It was her birthday last, I don't know, Friday. 16th.
Did she keep the streamers up from your birthday to hers?
Yeah. And then the next day, I ripped them down.
Yeah.
But we went to the Huntington Garden with her dad, and we went out to lunch at the Rose Tea House, which is a lovely sort of like high end. You get high tea, sort of a stack of silver things in a tower with like all these little finger sandwiches and like these 4 little desserts. And you think that this isn't going to be enough food, but when you get like 6 tiny sandwiches and 4 little tiny desserts, that's tons of food.
More than enough, yeah.
More than enough. But it was really lovely, and we had a great trip with her dad out here, who's an easy-going guy. We said goodbye to him last night, and that was a great trip, and happy birthday to my wife. I said it on the day, but happy belated as you're listening to this, my darling.
Also, if you're listening to this, I don't agree with keeping the streamers up that long. There's too much time between your 2 birthdays. I think.
Well, I do think for my birthday next year, what I want for my birthday is to not have streamers up, and for me to be able to put them up for her birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
because it makes it sound like you want to do a nice thing for her, but what you're really saying is you don't want 10 days of streamers.
Yeah.
Taran Killam, a lovely guy. He's on a great new show on NBC. It's called Stumble, Friday nights at 8:30. It's very fun when there's a new sitcom that is actually working on television, so I'm so happy for Taran.
His voice is pretty wrecked in this episode.
Oh, yeah, he's real raspy from football, but he's real happy right now because he is a LA Rams fan. Once again, by the time you're hearing this, the Rams will either be in the Super Bowl or they will be out. But certainly, Taran, as of this recording, was in a pretty good place.
Yeah. Also, I believe in this episode, we talk about how you and I and our now wives hiked half of the Tour de Mont Blanc.
Yeah.
And you're like, I think it's just Tour Mont Blanc. And
I did say that confidently.
It is Tour du Mont Blanc.
Well, don't I feel like a doom?
Yeah, you are a doom. But enjoy this episode with our good buddy Taran.
Enjoy it, everybody. Bye.
Family trips with the Meyers brothers. Family trips with the Meyers brothers. Here we go.
Ta-da!
Well.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping this was going to be a happier Monday for all of us.
I know. Thank you for
Tuesday.
thinking of us. I was going to, you know what? I was going to even be like, oh, look at Mr. Ram still in the playoffs. But then you opened with empathy, and I should have just been happy for you.
This is such a classy move. I have so much gack on either side of the computer of Rams celebratory gear, and I didn't do it.
You zoomed super close. You had to go super close to get Ram stuff out
I forgot you love Headspace. I forgot your Headspace Meyers.
Hey, I asked Josh, because you're from Big Bear, and I said, is that where you ski? And he goes, no, I ski at Mammoth. Big Bear's not worth it. And then he said, I'm not going to say that, obviously. And then I said, well, I'm opening with it.
Nothing he said is infactual. Big Bear is convenient. Big Bear's nice. You can, like when they say in California, you can surf in the morning, you can ski at night. That's what Big Bear's for. Mammoth is an actual ski resort.
Yeah.
And I married a Canadian, so like my heart's in Whistler. When it comes to like winter recreation, I'm going to Whistler, which puts all of it to shame.
So you basically go somewhere that makes Mammoth look like Big Bear.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Because I'm a small man.
But I believe, not to nitpick here, but I believe that Whistler is pretty low elevation-wise. And Mammoth gets up to 11,000 feet. And so, I don't know.
For people who hate breathing, Yeah, Mammoth's the way to go.
But people who like low, wide mountains.
Yeah,
Whistler.
low, wide, endlessly traversable, freshly fallen snow. Whistler's.
Were
where it's
you?
at.
Was it a very outdoorsy life growing up in Big Bear?
Definitely. So like age 0 to 6 was Manhattan Beach. So we were beach people first and then snow. And Big Bear was like 2nd grade to 9th grade. It was hiking in the summer. It was like, boating on the lake. And then yeah, my mom worked at Snow Summit, the shitty ski resort that Josh hates. And so we got to go for free. We would ski all the time. We would go like after school basically.
So what is like a family trip life for a family that basically lives at a place where other families come?
It's a wonderful question. We would go to the desert. We were not a family of means, but we were a big family. I have 4 siblings. And so we would go to Lake Mojave every summer. And we would get up at 3 a.m. and we drive, it's like a 3-hour drive to Arizona. It's right on the border of Arizona and Nevada. It's like Laughlin and then another 15-minute drive north. And you rent the boat, or we had friends with boats, and you camp out on the beach of the lake. Like it's desert camping. So you're in swim trunks the whole time, and you live in the water because it gets as hot as like 120 degrees. It's like cooking. It's cooking. So you have to go full extreme. if you have nature accessible in your backyard, you go even more extreme. You go even
you
more
like sort of
intense.
drive out of town while tourists are coming in, and you like
Exactly.
use simps.
You flatlanders, you dumb flatlanders.
Where do you sleep on the boat? Is it like one of those Lake Powell kind of things?
Some do. Some who can handle it because it gets quite windy. So it'll knock you back and forth on the boat. You really stake down your tent, and you just, on a cold night, you're piling blankets, but then it can switch like that. It can be exhaustingly hot. And if it gets really bad, then you rent a room in Laughlin and you go to the buffet, and if you're of age, you go to the casino. If you're a kid like me, you go to the arcade and spend $50 in 30 minutes.
What's your game? What's your arcade
What
game?
was your game?
X-Men. The X-Men game was huge, and I like to play as Nightcrawler.
Is that one of those where there's like 4 different players, or is it just
yep,
2?
Yeah, it was a big console. It was a big rounded console. Sunset Riders. Do you remember Sunset Riders? Another side scroller where you were 4 different cowboys.
Did it also have like the Zoltar machine from Big, and is that where you wished to marry someone in the Marvel universe?
Yeah, exactly right. All my dreams came true. I wish for the Rams. I wish for the Rams to win a Super Bowl 5 years coming back to LA.
Oh, so you got multiple wishes on your Zoltar.
Yeah, nobody's going to Laughlin. That Zoltar was so needy. He's like,
oh, it was like,
ask another one. Ask another one.
You want to be on SNL?
Yeah.
Hey, kid, you want to be on SNL?
I'll do that. Yeah.
And MADtv? You want to do? Have them both. Have them both.
Do another sketch show produced by Nick Cannon. I know that sounds crazy, but you can ask for that.
Was this a trip? How long was the drive? Did you say?
It was like a 3.5, 4 hour drive from Big Bear, I think.
And now, was this a trip that you and the other Killam kin were excited about?
Of the 5 siblings, including myself, I think 3 loved it and 2 were like, I'm good.
Were they just more indoor cats, or do you just think it was too extreme?
It's column A and column B. And I think by the time we started going as a family, they were already in their teens. And they're like, can we like go somewhere cool and not a place where you have to check your shoes for scorpions?
Yeah. I think that I think there's an age where like if there's no element of like shopping, I don't mean like shopping in the sense, but like just you want to go somewhere where you can like at least go like buy your own burger with a little bit of independence.
And I think the social game there is bad because you're trapped. It's just you guys, and you have to take like a 10-minute boat ride back to the dock to get to a street.
Yeah.
So I think it was a bit of a hostage situation.
Desert people. Are you saying there's not a lot of
A
socializing?
lot of vagrants. A lot of.
Are you also not of means?
Hooded hermits. At night we go underground.
When you would be camping, were you cooking over a campfire?
Yeah, you bring like little boilers. You bring propane. There was no live flame. No light flame. I don't think that
because
was
too
allowed.
windy, I think you'd probably set people's tents on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'd kill people. There was one year I took the trip over once I was in college. I brought all my college guys, and it changed the dynamic of the trip dramatically. It went from like a nice family trip where the kids are in the water to just debauchery. And then once I had children of my own, I was like, I have to up the stakes even more. So I got a houseboat. And it was a bad idea because it is hard to stake, I'm going to guess a 5-ton houseboat into soft sand with high wind. It was impossible. Every morning we woke up and it had drifted around the bend and was like I had to swim across like this bay of the lake to retrieve the houseboat one morning.
That's why they ultimately decided to just do houses. They were like, why are we putting these on boats?
We went water first.
Yeah, we should just. Because bear with me. What if these just were on land?
Yeah.
And then we had a different thing. We just would call those boats.
Then how do you
just split these up?
Then how do you get to other houses?
Oh, you can't. You're not going to believe it. You just like walk or drive. Would you? Where do you fall in the birth order? I don't think I knew. I got to be honest. I don't think I knew you had 4 siblings.
I'm in the middle. The older two are 8 and 10 years older.
Okay.
And then it's me, and then I have a younger sister, and the baby is the brother.
Gotcha.
Does he mind being called the baby? Do you all still call him the baby? Yeah.
I mean,
no choice.
I'm trying to work on it. Yeah. But I think there's probably some spite.
I really feel if you have 3 kids or more, the little one's always the baby.
I mean, I'm always the baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's based on behavior, not birth
But
order.
you're more like a baby.
Baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
You money, baby.
Baby, you want some vegan soup, baby?
Oh, baby, let's go biking, baby. Baby, you're such a good biker.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors.
Support comes from Mill. Pashi, did you know, even before, I'm going to just say it, even before Mill was a sponsor of our podcast, we had a Mill.
Yeah, you were a Mill user.
We were a Mill user, and these are incredible. I can't say enough about Mill. It's an odorless, effortless, fully automated food recycler. So, it's for your compost, right? And we had been a composting family, and what we realized once we had our Mill was there was a far easier way, a more efficient way to do it. You just load up your Mill, and it could process up to 10 pounds overnight. It can work for weeks before you even have to think about emptying it because it just grinds everything up. And then you use those grounds in your garden, or you can add them to curbside compost. Mill can even pick them up and get them to a small farm for you. You know which farm I hope they bring them to?
What's that?
The one we sent Frisbee to. She's having so much fun up there. Mill turns a huge climate problem into a simple daily habit you can actually stick with, and you can actually see your impact. The Mill app tracks how much food you're keeping out of landfills, and Mill has already helped its customers put over 15 million pounds of food to good use. And let me just say, everything about it. Sleek, beautiful, looks great in any kitchen. And Mill offers a 90-day risk-free trial, so you don't absolutely love it. You can just send it back.
So try Mill risk-free for 90 days and get $75 off at mill.com/trips and use code TRIPS at checkout. That's $75 off at mill.com/trips and use code TRIPS. Mill.com/trips and use code TRIPS.
Support comes from Delete Me. Hey, Bashi.
Hey, Sufi.
New year, clean slate. You know what I mean? Build on the
Yeah.
things you love, get rid of the things you don't like.
Yeah, I'm all about
And
that.
Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Look, Posh, obviously, we all take our privacy seriously. We're a host of incredibly popular podcast.
Yeah, people are trying to get into our business.
I mean, they would love to. Imagine they would hack us, and then they would, they would use our names probably to try to get a free trip out of somebody.
Yeah, nefarious ends.
Bad actors. With Delete Me, you can protect your personal privacy or the privacy of your business from doxing attacks before sensitive information can be exploited. The New York Times Wirecutter has named Delete Me their top pick for data removal services. Can I just say I'm a huge fan of New York Times Wirecutter. When they say something, I know they put the time into it.
Talking about putting the time in, I just got my Delete Me report from January 2026. 1,352 listings reviewed. Time saved, 77 and a half hours. Time saved removing information, 32 and a half hours. It's just so heartening to know that someone is doing this for me. Because also, if you're like, well, who has my information? Here's some examples of places. Advanced People Search, AllBiz, BackgroundCheck.run, BinVerified.com, Check Secrets, Cluster Maps, missing the E in cluster. These aren't reputable websites.
I will say I am responsible for giving your information to BinVerified.com.
Well,
It's
been removed.
They said it was either you or me.
Well, you gave it to them, and then Delete Me promptly had it removed. So thank you.
I knew
Thank you
I knew
to
Delete
you.
Me had your back. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners, get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/trips and use promo code TRIPS at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/trips and enter code TRIPS at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/trips, code TRIPS. Support comes from Superpower. Hey, Pashi.
Hey, Sufi.
All right, so every now and then you got to get your blood drawn, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's part of being healthy. You got to check and see that all your numbers are good.
Either your doctor suggests it, or maybe you're just curious and you want to do it on your own. Here's why Superpower is going to make that easier than ever before. Superpower sends a licensed professional to your home, or you can visit a nearby lab. It's one simple blood draw with over 100 biomarkers, way more than what you'd usually get, which unlocks so much about your own body.
You know, their app includes detailed information on your heart, liver, thyroid, hormones, metabolism, vitamin and mineral levels, and even environmental toxins. So from disease prevention to treating that annoying brain fog or simply optimizing your gym game, Superpower is the most comprehensive and advanced system out there.
And you know, for example, like I'm always thinking, hey, I should have some more supplements in my life. Well, with Superpower, it actually guided me to the supplements that would be helpful based on my results. They made helpful suggestions, and they could do the same for you as well. Superpower used to cost $499. But right now, it's just $199 for the full experience. Know your numbers with Superpower.
That's $300 less.
Look at that. Whoa.
That you think I know my numbers or not?
Well, yeah. Thanks to Superpower.
Your blueprint activated with Superpower. Not only did Superpower reduce their price to just $199, but for a limited time, our listeners are getting an additional $20 off with code TRIPS. Head to superpower.com and use code TRIPS at checkout for $20 off your membership. After you sign up, they'll ask how you heard about them. Please make sure to mention this podcast and support the show.
Here we go.
Do you, that's a funny gap to have like two kids wait 8 years and then do 3 more.
Yeah, different biological father.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, but all raised under the same roof.
There
Yeah.
you go. That makes total sense. And were you close with your younger ones then? The ones
Very.
below you? Great.
All of them really. Like the older sisters were very cool older sisters. Like
Gotcha.
all my comedy education came from my older sister Rachel. She knew like Kids in the Hall and Monty Python, and she was really hip. And so like and then my older sister Erin was like the music one. She was like Guns N' Roses, and they both were pretty good at music. Like I remember Rachel introduced me to Nirvana like probably slightly earlier than what the demo was, you know. I think I was in like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I benefited from my older siblings and love them, and we're still very close. But the younger 3
It's
were,
amazing. Like when I see my son with someone who's exactly the same age, and if that kid has 2 older siblings and Ash has 2 youngers, like they look like they're like socially, they're like almost 3-year age gap.
right.
Because the
It
one with
shifts.
older siblings knows everything. Like they're the ones that are like, you listen to Nirvana? And he's like, Nah, I'm K-pop. Have you heard about K-pop?
Yeah, I'm golden. I'm golden for days.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a big a gap with our daughters. It's 5.5 years. And I was a little like, I don't know. You're supposed to be like 2 years apart. And it's been beautiful. It's great because they each have their own lane, and the older one looks out for the younger one with a healthy amount of like, get out of my face. And the little one worships the big one with a healthy amount of like, you're not the parent, don't boss me around.
Mm-hmm.
It's worked out really nice.
That's great.
Really nice. Yeah.
By the way, your daughter came the last time you were on my show, and sometimes I forget because I've worked in the same building for the entirety of my career. Like I forget the passage of time is happening.
Yeah.
Until someone I met when they started with a baby is like, here is a full-grown human.
I know. We're doing college stuff now. It's great. That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Her life experiences are starting to happen where I still vividly remember my own.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? She's at the age where I'm like, I remember filling out my UC application form very well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always like, Alexia always busts on me because sometimes when I see people on the street with like Northwestern sweatshirts, I'm always like, hey, go Cats. And they're like, go Cats. And I'm like, when'd you graduate? And she's like, stop. None of them graduated with you.
So dangerous. Such a dangerous
None of them,
question to ask.
none of them are even in the zip code of when you graduated.
Yeah.
I have adult fellow employees that graduated this millennium. Like not 18. I have employees, peers who can rent a car without buying extra insurance.
You are so that was you would do Desert Times.
Yeah.
And on the drive. So was that a 7 person
fun.
drive?
Yeah, my dad was in construction and had a truck, and then in the early days he had like a camper that you'd hook onto the back.
Yep.
And that was so fun because it was
you would like haul it, or it would turn the bed into okay, you'd haul it.
Yeah, it was a full hauler thing, and you get up at 3 a.m. and so you like crawl out of your bed and you get into the camper truck and you try to sleep till you get to like Bakersfield, and then you stop for donuts, and it's the freshest donut you've ever had in your life. They just came out of the fryer. And then you watch the sunrise. Like driving, California is a beautiful state, you guys. It's really spectacular. And driving east through the desert as the sun rises is some of like the most spectacular visuals I've ever experienced in my life to this day.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it is kind of crazy also that Kobe, your wife, is from one of the other most beautiful places in the world. Yeah.
It's wild. We have a place now like 3 hours north of Vancouver, like even beyond Whistler, and it's my happy place. I wish to be there all the time.
How often are you? Is it a place you only go during, I would imagine, vacations from school for the kids?
Big summer breaks, like we try to do 6 weeks in the summer, but we just did our first Christmas there, and was we got a Christmas snow. We did one of my gifts. I love a silent disco.
Yeah.
And so Kobe got me my own silent disco set. And the four of us had a silent disco dance party in the snow Christmas night.
Wow.
It's like my new favorite Christmas memory of all time.
I remember when a silent disco was a very new thing, and I hope it's not crazy to feel like we need to explain it to people. Does everybody know what a silent disco is now? Because it's the greatest invention of all time.
Show of hands.
Well, I mean, we do. That I know exactly where I was the first time we encountered it. Seth and I were in Scotland, in Edinburgh. Oh. We were in this old church where you couldn't play. Like if you tried to play music in there, it would echo all through sort of in different places. And I don't know if your silent disco would have competing DJs.
We have channels. Yeah,
two channels. So we went and 2 DJs in 2 different parts of the room, and you could set your, headphones to like a green light or a red light. And that way you could look at someone else and know what channel they were listening to. Or you would see that a bunch of people were dancing to a different rhythm than the music you were listening to, and be like, what's happening here? And click over, and then you can, pop your headphone off and be like, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back at that volume, and have a conversation.
And it's like stepping into a different dimension because taking the headphones off, suddenly everybody's zombified. Like they're all moving at slightly different rhythms, even if they're on the same channel anyway. They're probably like just off pace anyway. But it's so I love it because it is that thing too where like I've hosted a few where I curate the playlist, like the different playlists, and you see like you try to beat yourself on each song.
Oh yeah.
And watch the wave of color shift as people are like, no. Shout is on channel red. Shouts on red.
I was going to say there is that Josh being like, when you realize you're dancing to the wrong rhythm and you switch, I think I'm the kind of person that would think that was the problem.
Right.
And then switch and be like, oh, now I'm
What's
even
up with these
further.
headphones? What's up with these headphones?
Is there a yellow? Am I maybe on a third option?
It's great when it's a really exciting song and you take the headphones off and you hear, you know, however many people are together go, a little bit softer now, a little bit louder now.
I distinctly remember when we were in Scotland, half the people in the room going, brim full of ash, only 45. Just like, but like mumble singing it, sort of that like the way
that's
you
one
do.
where
Yeah.
that's a song where people I think know way less of the actual lyrics.
Yeah. Only chorus and then just silence. That's like that SNL sketch, like it was like a compilation CD, but only singing the parts of people like Margaritaville, like whisking away again in Margaritaville. Were you there for Fringe? Were you in Edinburgh
that's
for
what we were
Fringe
doing
Festival?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was
What
really
a
good.
great. What was your first adult brother trip?
Oh. Like just us or like, because we took
Just you.
Oh, I don't know.
We lived in Amsterdam together, so that kind of felt like a trip. But
adult trip together.
I mean, I don't know if it's our first, but we did a hike with Seth and his then girlfriend, now wife, with my then girlfriend, now wife, to
and a third woman who failed to win either of our hearts.
That reality show should have been picked up. That was a great pilot.
We did half of the Tour de Mont Blanc, which is a big hut-to-hut
Tour
hike.
Mont Blanc. I did not. You're making it the Tour de France. Just Tour Mont Blanc. I don't want you to get
just
shade.
Tour Mont Blanc? It's
I'm
not the
pretty
Tour
sure.
of Mont Blanc? All right, well.
There are lots of tours out there, and how do you know where it belongs?
Exactly. We did have a moment on one of our hikes where, remember, we had to cross a road that there was an actual bike race on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like to watch an actual European bike race is to make you wonder why anyone would do it. We just were watching literally like 100 people come up like what seemed like the craziest hill.
Yeah.
And then we're with backpacks and then you just kind of wait for a moment and then just like kind of run across the road.
When you first brought it up, I pictured it was like a flat, like speed, things flying by. But you're just like, watching guys go,
just grunting. Just like a real parade of quads. A lot of quad energy.
But you would sort of naturally, I mean, kind of self-select, and Seth and I would be hiking together for a bunch of it, and Mackenzie and Alexi would be hiking together. And
that's awesome.
Alexi and Mackenzie were probably speaking thousands of words, and Seth and I would maybe say 100 words over the course of 3 hours.
Yeah. Very contemplative when you're with your brother. Are you, when you bring your kids, because they're teenagers, the girls, right?
Yeah. Shay's 16, Joelle is 11.
So when you, how do they do on like a 6-week summer trip? Do they love it or?
Our youngest is okay with it. She likes solitude anyway. She likes to like listen to a book on tape and like knit. She's a knitter.
Yeah.
The 16-year-old hates it. But we got her a job. She loves to bake, and there's this beautiful little local bakery up where our house is. And so she wake up every weekend at like 5:30 a.m. and go and work for 8 to 10 hours. So that was awesome. That was really good, and not something I think she could have done with as much care here in the city.
Yeah.
Like it was very
and
intimate.
Does she appreciate like a hard-earned buck? Because I feel like that's a thing that like it's very important to instill in your kids, and we talk about
100%.
Especially this summer. Yeah.
Yeah, it waffles between like, does she realize how good her life is, and she is such a like control is very important for her, and being at the helm of her own destiny matters to her. Like, so that's how she operates. So every dollar she earns is a diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then has no problem ordering 4 things from a boba delivery place on our credit card.
I feel like my kids appreciate how good their life is, or at least I hope they do, based on how many times I scream, "Do you know how good your life is?"
It helps them.
So I
That
would like
helps
to know.
them.
I would like to know it's at least getting
You're
through a little
helping
bit.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when they mockingly repeat it back to you, is that a good sign that it's getting through?
Repetition.
When they say, or when they
Repetition,
ask me, they're like, "Do you
repetition.
know how good your life is?" And it's just like,
They were so good on your show. They were so good on your
thanks,
show.
Tony.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
they
was
really were.
perfect.
yeah,
Perfect.
it's kind of crazy. They were
Because-
special.
You'd been building up their legacy too, I feel like, on the show for so many years. And all 3 of them just like said, like, they just delivered exactly what you had promised.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. You're right. Like I definitely oversold them, and so if they'd come out and been like sort of 3 charismaless blobs,
Just
people have been like, "Oh,
duds.
this dude."
Well, I was backstage watching it with my parents, and we were about to come on, and it was pre-taped from the day before, and you could see my mother just fearing the replacement that was coming.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, like, well, here they come, and also we have to follow that."
We got to follow that. Impossible. Impossible.
They say that's a true grandmother when you're like, "Oh, I gotta fucking
Although-
follow this shit."
You know what that reminds me of is I had the great honor of attending your wedding, Seth, and I witnessed the best wedding speech of all time
Yep, you
when
did.
when your father went up. Your father went up, and I was like, "That's the best wedding speech I've ever seen. No one will ever top that speech. That is perfect." And then Josh went up, and it was even better. It was even better. Josh's is still to this
Do
day.
you know my dad's famous line about that?
No.
Which is someone came up to my dad at the end of the night and said, "Oh my God, during Josh's speech, I was crying." And my dad said, "I was crying too, because before he gave it, I was the best speech you'd ever heard."
It's so true. It's so true.
His was good too. His
it was
His was
great.
good.
Yeah,
It was
no, it
very
was.
good.
I
Yours was better.
I just in the last 2 months watched both of them for the first time since that night.
Wow. How was that?
It was great. It was like
Yeah.
exactly. It was and I'd given it enough time where like it was kind of I remembered the gist of it, but not the wonderful details. So it was a real joy.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Special. Very special night.
I also want to say that I think that it feels like you have the cold I had yesterday.
I know. So let's address it. None of this story will surprise you, Seth. But on Saturday, I went from feeling so confident at halftime at that Rams game.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, we got it. No problem. Into the most unnecessarily heart-pounding, exhaustive back and forth against the Carolina Panthers. And I was losing my mind. I was losing my mind and priming my voice to be lost.
Yeah.
Maybe even cooler, I then went to a staged reading of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Where I played General Hux, the Domhnall
God.
Gleeson role.
Yeah.
And he has that very famous scene where he's screaming over the stormtroopers.
Yep.
And so a combination of a harrowing but ultimately happy Rams playoff game into screaming Domhnall Gleeson has led us to where we are today.
Amazing.
The best is I think 80% of everyone you've ever met would guess who lost their voice doing that if you just gave them one of those two.
Yep.
And 150% if you said, yeah.
I've cultivated a very specific brand for myself.
They're like, "Hey, Taran's going to be here in a minute, but just FYI, he played General Hux in a stage reading last night." You're like, "Oh, so no voice?" Yeah, no voice.
Yeah.
He's got no voice.
Yeah. Scratchy.
How did that come about? Is it the kind of reading where they do other movies, or was this sort of a standalone?
This is, Patrick Cotnoir. He
Yes.
was an SNL intern for years, and now
And
he's
doesn't
like
he do
this-
the is he involved with the George Lucas show?
Exactly. So he's this prolific producer now, and he's done a series of Star Wars staged readings. And they did the originals, and then they did the prequels, and now they're into the later sequels.
Where did you do it?
Dynasty Typewriter.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Have you been It's a great theater.
Yeah, great
That's
theater.
so fun.
It's one of the best LA theaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who give us 3 other castings?
Vic Michaelis was Ray, and was wonderful. Lorraine Newman was there. She was Maz Kanata. She was Captain Phasma.
Great.
And then our Han Solo was Kevin Smith,
Great.
which
So
was
good.
really cool. Really,
Yeah.
really fun. Really awesome.
You're saying you drove everywhere. Did you guys ever fly anywhere as a family when you were younger?
No. The first time I was on a plane was like a school trip to DC.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very exciting. And
That's
then
great.
my freshman honors English class, we went to London. And that trip changed my life. We were in London. We did the London Dungeon. Do you know that wax? That waxed me. Oh, it was the best. My first night in oh no. My first night in London. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't want to cancel.
No.
And this is-
This
By the
great.
way, if we were still at SNL, the sketch I would write is General Hux on a podcast.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, this stormtroopers, I had this thing.
They're sort of trying to go for like an SS,
Yeah.
We went the first night in London. My parents gave me my first ever ATM card and like $500 cash. And I blew all $500 at Sega World, which was in Leicester Square.
Yeah.
First night, $500.
Just playing video games.
Can't be trusted.
But-
Can't be trusted with money.
Not good with money. Thank goodness for my daughter. And then I went to use the ATM card. It didn't work. It wouldn't transfer the stupid Big Bear ATM card. And so I had to like borrow money, but basically just ate like free shortbread for the rest of the trip. Like, damn it. Each hotel we'd go to would have like free shortbread, on the bed pillow, and I would collect them. And in my backpack was just like 20 packages of shortbread. And I came back 30 pounds heavier.
That is really, that does feel like a made up cliche about London, which is like, if your ATM doesn't work, you will be able to subsist on free shortbread.
Yeah. I felt like Frodo and Sam, on Olympus bread.
It's like
and
hardtack and shortbread.
Yeah, exactly. We went to Edinburgh at the end of that trip, and I like that city was just magical.
It is one of the most magical places on earth. And I will say, like, landing, I always said, like, in August when you land in Edinburgh, like, when you look out the window, it feels like it's the whole country looks like a well-manicured golf course in the most beautiful way. Just like
Stunning.
the color green. You're like, oh, this is like the kind of green it's
rolling
happening
hills.
naturally, and people spend so much money to make their lawn look like this.
Yeah, and occasionally there'll be like a field of yellow wildflowers too. So it's just like, it looks like just nature's chessboard. It's beautiful.
How did that trip to London, you said it changed your life. Like, was it a perspective thing, or did you see a show that did something? What was it?
Understanding how small my world had been, like a kid from at that point, Big Bear, and just, culturally very isolated, and the independence was amazing. The idea that like, I'm on the other side of the world now. My parents are 5,000 miles, like literally on the other side of the planet. And then the history of London, of the UK, and just understanding how new the US is in comparison to the rest of the world. That it really hit me on that trip.
There's that, do you know what I'm talking about, Posh? Right by the Tuchinski Theater in Amsterdam, like right on the turn of the Roken, there's like a building that like has 1601 on it because that was when it was built. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm always,
it is just so funny when you look and you're like, huh. Like when you think about what your country looked like when they were building this house, and you're like, okay, that's good to remember.
Yeah. We did Greece this past summer, and that was similarly like, oh, we're so small. We're all just visitors. We're so lucky to be alive.
Are you the kind of dad, do you think, when you are in Greece with your kids, do you feel like you over talk about the history, or do you think you are you allow them to take it in, or maybe it's the exact amount they want?
I try to take my shots. I try to like wait, let them tee it up, like maybe let Kobe go, what'd you think? And then it's older than Jesus. That building you are standing on is older than Jesus.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I don't. They don't care for any guidance from me in terms of like pop culture, history. Oh
Right.
God, I thought I'd make it, you guys, and now it's getting worse.
Oh no, it's
Voice is
fine.
getting worse. Sorry.
So did you? So you
no.
did some time in Athens when you were in Greece. It sounds like.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was.
And then
so
did
beautiful.
you island hop? Like, what was your?
A little bit, just like a day trip.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Loved it. Like went to their version of Catalina,
Mhm.
which is Athos.
It's
beautiful.
based on
great.
atheists who don't care if it was older than Jesus. When you
Don't even
when you
believe
tell
it.
them, they're like, "Who?"
Where's the proof?
Hey, we're going to take a quick break and hear from some of our sponsors.
Support comes from AG1. Hey, Bushy.
Hey, Sufi.
There's no right time for better health. There's just now. AG1 is the easiest and most impactful habit you can implement this year. And again, if there's no right time, but January, I feel like is the time a lot of people are looking to maybe get their life in order. Went hard at the holidays, New Year's resolution.
This year, 2026, I have started every morning with AG1, the way they tell you to do it. Before you have coffee, before you eat breakfast, you start with 8 ounces of water, 1 scoop of AG1, you shake it up in the nice little bottle that they send you, and you get all your vitamins, minerals, nutrients to get you set on a great path for the day. And with their new next-gen formula, they've added more vitamins and minerals than ever, clinically proven to fill common nutrient gaps.
A lot of flavors, Posh. Do you have a favorite among original, citrus, berry, and tropical?
I'm an OG kind of guy.
You're an OG AG1 kind of guy.
Yeah, I feel like they had it great, and they didn't need these extra flavors, but, people are picky.
People are picky. Also,
Yeah.
they get excited when they see citrus. They're like, ooh.
Yeah.
AG1 has over 50,000 verified 5-star reviews and comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to drinkag1.com/trips to get their best offer. Get 3 free AG1 travel packs and 3 free AGZ travel packs, plus free vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. That's drinkag1.com/trips, drinkag1.com/trips. Support comes from Marley Spoon. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Sufi.
Every year, I tell myself I'm going to get better about meal planning.
Oh, I bet you
know
don't.
what? Life moves fast. It's too
Yeah.
busy. My plans fall apart. So here's the good news, though. There's a Marley Spoon, and Marley Spoon adapts with you. Some nights you cook, some nights you heat, some nights you just need dinner done fast. They've got options for all of it so that the meals fit your schedule, not the other way around. You know how you're always complaining how you have to fit your schedule to the meals?
Yeah, I do. It's
They
my
flip it.
number one complaint.
This is great. They have over 100 recipes to choose from. We're talking about comfort classics like chicken Milanese with cucumber arugula salad to fresh balanced dishes like everything bagel salmon and truffle chive potatoes and green beans. Now, Posh, I don't have to tell you, they had me at chicken Milanese, right?
Yeah. Also, when you say 100 recipes, that's 100 recipes a week. So they might mix them up. So one week
Yeah.
to the next,
I would just
you
like
might
to make
have
sure.
new offerings.
It'd be great if chicken Milanese could just be there most weeks.
I bet you could probably get that.
And look, sometimes maybe you're like, even though these are easy to make, sometimes you're like, hey, I need my food right now. So they're prepared meals. Marley Spoon's prepared meals are exactly what they sound like: convenient, delicious, on the table in minutes. You don't feel like cooking every night.
No, definitely not.
You'll find those prepared meals on every weekly menu. And if you got a few extra minutes, they have some great 20-minute options too, like the tray bake dinners. Literally throw everything on one tray and boom, you're done. They even include the tray, Posh.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's not bad. I really enjoy it. This new year, fast track your way to eating well with Marley Spoon. Head to marleyspoon.com/offer/trips for up to 25 free meals. It's no joke, Posh. That's right. Up to 25 free meals with Marley Spoon. That's marleyspoon.com/offer/trips for up to 25 free meals.
Here we go.
Did you ever go to Mexico when you were younger? You were kind of close.
Yeah, we would go to Rosarito. My grandmother had a timeshare in Rosarito, and then my dad's brother ended up moving his family there. So I have like Mexican cousins.
How
Yeah.
far over the border is Rosarito?
Only like 45 minutes.
Gotcha.
It's pretty. It's south of TJ.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it's on the coast, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a nice beach town. It's where Titanic was shot.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where James Cameron built these big sound stages for all the water stuff for Titanic.
Huh. And was that an exciting trip? Was that a regular trip if your grandmother had a timeshare down there, or was it just here and there?
We mostly did it when I was very young, and my memory was always the most exciting part was coming back over the border with all the merchants, because like merchants come up to your car, and I had this bitchin' like piggy bank, this panther that was like,
Yeah.
like plaster panther standing on a rock. And when I opened it, I waited till I couldn't put a coin in, and it was like 3 feet tall, and I waited till I couldn't put a coin in, and I think it was like $42.
You had to break it to get the coins out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a big day. It was significant. And I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Rolling in it. Here we go. $42. Couldn't even
Oh,
get the
so
video
funny.
game I wanted. Yeah.
You're like, why did I use pennies?
There are these, like, I think it's like Coinstar or something like that now.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
like change your coins, and you go to a like grocery store and you dump your
Yeah.
coins in there, and they take like 10% of your money.
Yeah.
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 It's like, it's such a bad deal, but I guess saves you from rolling up all those rolls.
Yeah. One of the first
Yeah.
things Alexi and I did when we first started dating is that shitty apartment I had on Bleecker Street, Posh.
Yeah.
I had a giant jar that I had for like 12 years that I had just put every coin in. And I was working on SNL, so I was getting a lot of coins.
Yeah.
But we took it to
Only
a Coinstar.
coins.
And it was like $700.
Wow.
Which is, when
Wow.
you think about it. And it was really, dumping it was a wonderful feeling to get.
Oh, satisfying.
It's
Yeah.
very satisfying.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to break a Mexican artifact.
Oh my God. So sad. So sad. Montezuma. I could hear the soul of Montezuma.
I was in South Africa. It was you did release the soul of someone who had been captured, so it was
Exactly.
actually good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
free. I went to South Africa and I was at like this market, and I remember I was
like
oh,
that
there was-
the soul was Larry from Sit and Sleep.
Yeah. He was like, why did I go to Mexico? So I bought this like wooden hippo, this carved wooden hippo, because I knew my mom would love it. It was so heavy. And then I had to like have it in my luggage for like the rest of my time in South Africa. And then it was when I was living in Amsterdam. So then I had to bring it back to Amsterdam, and then I had to bring it back to America. And I gave it to mom for Christmas. With that said, Posh, she still has it.
Loves it. Yeah.
Loves it. Still on
Loves it.
display.
Yeah.
20
Worth
years
it.
in, the wooden hippo
Worth
is maybe
it.
one of the best presents I got her.
Yeah.
Did you have to haggle?
I'm not a good haggler.
Yeah.
Same.
I just am like, what do you, I'm like, you know what I mean? What do you want
Yep.
it to be? That's why, but I will say,
I'm rolling in jars of coins. What
Yeah.
do you want?
it's actually been a benefit to me because Alexi is so, like, she's such a haggler that because of my inability to do it, and it is like, I think you're either wired to do it or not.
Yeah.
And like, they can tell if you don't have real haggler eyes.
Yes.
You know what I
yes.
mean? They're like, you're paying full freight.
You have to learn it before the age of 5 or you're
Yeah.
doomed.
But she's always like, ugh, I'll do it. Like she'll never send me to do any sort of transaction with anyone.
Yeah. No trust.
So that's why I never have to do anything.
That's why you have so few hippos.
Yeah, I just have the one. Well, I paid so much for the first one, I could never even afford a second.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself in Los Angeles from time to time?
Yeah, frequently. We went back and forth. And then when I was 15, I auditioned for the arts high school here in LA. So we moved back when I was 16 to Manhattan Beach.
Gotcha. And was it hard to leave Big Bear? Was it hard to say goodbye to friends at that age?
At the time it was. I felt like, oh, I'm leaving my whole social life. But thank goodness, thank gosh I did. Thank gosh. Because yeah, I mean, that decision put me on a path that has led to, all the Zoltar wishes coming true, basically.
And did your siblings, were they like, we're doing this because Taran wants to go to high school?
It was really hard for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really tough. And ultimately, I think they're happy for it, but it made for a turbulent middle and high school experience for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's all right.
Sorry, babies. Sorry, babies.
Have you as an adult taken a trip with your parents, all your siblings? Have there been big Killam trips?
We were supposed to do Norway, and then the pandemic happened.
Yeah, we had one. We had one planned for our parents' 50th anniversary.
Where were we going to go?
Oh, we were going to send them with you to Norway.
Oh, right. I remember now. I remember.
We were going to do Lake
email.
Placid. We were going to do.
Okay, with the crocodile.
Huh? What? From the film Lake Placid?
Isn't that the Oliver Platt, Betty White joint?
It might well be.
Oh, Betty White. You're right. Lake Placid. Betty White was in Lake Placid.
Yeah.
That was kind of like before I feel like everybody appreciated Betty White was like a national treasure.
I would argue it brought her back in a little, like it kind
It
of
was a reminder.
shown. Yeah, exactly. No big. They went to Hawaii when I was an adult, and I think I was working and couldn't go, and I've always been a little envious of that trip because it was a real family bonding trip, and they'll be like, remember Maui? Oh yeah. Oh, you got that in Maui, right? Yeah, that was special. After we had that really important talk, yeah, that was beautiful, and I'm just like sitting there. Well, I was on MADtv.
Yeah.
There you were.
Yeah.
You left UCLA. How early did you leave UCLA?
After 1 year. I only made it 1 year, and I loved UCLA. It was one of the best years of my life, and still my closest friends are the friends I made that year.
In your freshman year, get out.
Yeah. Yep.
And did you leave
it was the
because you
best.
got on MADtv, or did you leave?
Yes. Yeah.
And how did you, as a freshman, and how did that audition even come to pass?
Through Keenan.
Huh.
Like
my God.
Keenan and I were repped by the same manager, and Mad called inquiring about Keenan. They're like, would he ever consider? And my manager said, no, Keenan's sort of fielding other offers because it was the year before he got SNL.
Yeah.
And they said, take a look at this kid. This kid's full of beans.
Wow. All right, Taran, we're gonna let you go because your throat is. We're gonna let you rest it, but we're gonna make you do the speed round.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
You can only pick one of these. Is your ideal vacation relaxing, adventurous, or educational?
Relaxing.
What is your favorite means of transportation?
Driving a car myself.
If you could take a vacation with any family, alive or dead, real or fictional, other than your own family, what family would you like to take a vacation with?
I mean, Michael Urie said me on this podcast, so I want to return that favor.
Yeah.
So maybe Michael and Ryan or the Kelseys.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Kelseys would be really fun.
If you had to be stranded on a desert island with one member of your family, who would it be?
My wife.
Dream vacation destination.
A Nile River cruise.
Ooh,
Excellent.
that's great. On a houseboat.
Yeah, back to the houseboat. But I'm not captaining it.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself being from Big Bear?
Yes.
If you were trying to get more families to come visit Big Bear, how would you sell it?
Beautiful nature, fresh air, 2 hours from LA. And the Performing Arts Center is a wonderful facility to see live theater.
Great. I will say, I said earlier on, not worth it, but I have gone in other months, not skiing months, and it is like there's some incredible hikes around there, and it is beautiful.
It's
Too little, too late.
Yeah. Great elevation. Great elevation.
Yeah, great.
Great,
Yeah.
decent elevation.
We get up to 8.
Seth has our final questions.
Taran, have you been to the Grand Canyon?
I have.
Was it worth it?
It absolutely was. Yes, it was beautiful.
Have you
It was
gone just
stunning.
once? You feel like a guy who maybe has gone multiple times.
I only went once when I moved from New York to LA. We rented an RV and we drove cross country.
Amazing.
And so all 4 of us got to experience it for the first time together, which was
That's very
awesome.
What did you go into the canyon or did you stay?
North side. We were up high,
north side.
and we came from the north side. Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
awesome. We saw the buffalo in the roaming in the fields, and it was magical.
Oh,
Well, it is always so lovely to talk to you.
I love you so much, buddy.
I'm very excited. We obviously have a great many friends from Chicago, but I am
Yes.
happy to know that no matter who wins, I will have a friend who is happy.
Good people will celebrate.
Good people will celebrate. I'm not for the pod, but I don't look at my phone during podcasts, but it did explode just a second ago. Mike Tomlin has resigned as the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh no!
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, it's the way. I'm so happy it ended like that on his own.
But they
terms.
didn't fire him.
Yeah.
19 years, never had a losing record.
Incredible. My favorite Tomlin story is when they're at the Super Bowl and he brought all the guys into his room the night before and played Phil Collins in the Air Tonight. Do you know this?
No.
He brought the team in to his hotel room and he dimmed the lights and he said, I want you all to close your eyes and I want you all to think about what we're playing for. And I want you all to listen to this, and played In the Air Tonight. And it's so long before that drum beat happens.
So long.
It's so slow. I can't imagine like all those 250 pound 6'4" guys just. This
And
is
then they
cool,
talked for a
right?
long
This
time
is
as to
cool.
whether or not it was a hoax that kid died.
We're wondering if it was a silent disco and they could
Yeah.
change
He was like,
channels.
everybody-
What's the other
He goes,
channel?
everybody go
Yeah.
to which side of the room? If you think that story's
Yeah.
true,
And as soon as the drums break, you just meet in the middle. And
Yeah.
Tussle.
love you, buddy.
Well, congrats.
Love-
you very
love you,
much.
Taran.
Love to Kobe.
Love you,
Love
Josh.
to your
Thank you.
kids. It's great to see you, man.
Thanks, buddy. Good to see you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
pal.
Bye. Thank you.
Family trips with the Meyers brothers.